Once you log in, it brings you to this page, and it looks pretty familiar. This is your normal ChatGPT interface. You can put questions in here, and or you can talk to it, or you can click the plus, and you can upload files and have it look at some files and talk to it about those files. So your normal chat type of a situation. We have a couple of extra special features with the system that we're really excited about that we think help create a learning environment for AI that is really second to none. What that comes into play is you have to think about the concept of AI and how things are built with AI. AI is built on top of large language models. The generative AI systems that we're working with are built on top of large language models. That sounds like a scary, complex thing. It's really not. It's complicated, obviously, but what the crux of it is, they take data and they run it through an algorithm, and the output of that algorithm is numbers, math, and that's the large language model. It's this huge data set. Okay, it's very, very deep, rich statistical analysis, but all it is statistical analysis. All AI is, it's not thinking, it's just math, right? But fortunately, we don't have to deal with the deep, hard math part. We can just play with its features and capabilities. But suffice to say, we're creating large language models. That's the underlying tool that we're using, is a large language model. And people create them. And you can create one from another. This is the private AI solution. Right there. You probably can't see it because my background's blurry, but that's a Mac Mini computer. And we're not talking about data centers of technology. We're talking, that's a powerful computer. There's 24 gig of RAM, 16 core. It's a robust machine for sure. And we can stack them. We can, with a FireWire cable, we can stack them, and we can amplify that power as well. So on a very simple footprint of hardware that's also very reliable and not so expensive, we're able to download the large language model. We can customize large language models. We can make them smaller. And we're getting to the point now where we can download them and we can run them on a local machine like that Mac Mini. So we run the large language model locally. Or we can buy our own private cloud compute. And when I'm doing that, when it runs on my cloud computer or runs here, the data stays in my private domain. The people who are building the next generation of large language models never see my data. So that's a way to keep your data safe and private. This is the tool that we have here. So I'm excited to share this interface with you and show you some of this functionality and how this works. And this is more than just a private, secure way to run AI. This is a way for you to really build your AI literacy skills. So let's jump into it. So some of the things that I think are really exciting about this is, well, obviously it's your familiar type of an interface where you can upload files to it, and you can type in your message here and have a chat with it. You can even dictate to it. You can say, well, let me turn the mic on first. You can say, hey, I would like you to give me an overview of how AI is impacting education, in particularly the K-12 environment, and in particularly the way that it's helping administrators be more efficient in their work. So I can talk to it. It's going to take that and transcribe it, and now I can put it in. And I've found that having a natural language conversation with the AI is really the best way. It understands that. It's been trained on all of that kind of stuff. So I can certainly edit it a little bit. And as you can see, it comes right back, and we've got some very good output. So it's a reliable, very powerful AI system. But let's look under the hood and see how this really works. So what we're looking up here, when we click up here, we can see that we have multiple different models here that you can pick from, and we can see how they behave differently. What's really interesting is to see this plus up here where it says add model. When we click on that, it gives us another opportunity to select the model. So we can click on select model, and now we can pick a different model. So I'll pick that transformational school leadership model. Oh, I did that already. So I'll pick the science of reading model, right? So now I've got two models. You can kind of see you got two icons here. So now when I ask these models a question, they're both going to respond to me. So as the school year gets started, what are some of the top things a principal needs to do to create a strong, positive culture? So what you see is it's almost like newspaper columns, right? So you've got the transformational school leadership model answering here, and it's doing it pretty quickly. The science of reading model really hasn't gotten to it. Now, if you think about this, the transformational school leadership model, just by its name, you can tell it's probably been trained on some transformational school leadership stuff, which is right in line with what we've talked about. The science of reading one has been trained on science of reading stuff, not necessarily transformational school leadership. So let's just look at how they both respond. So creating school culture, crucial set tone, vision alignment, inclusive leadership, building relationships. So all good stuff, and all tied back, and even we'll give it some examples from its research or that it's been trained on. And in this one, the science of reading one, also good information. I want to see if it says anything about reading. I don't know, it definitely had a more instructional tone to it. So anyway, so you see we can have multiple models running at the same time. We can get the responses. We can add as many as you want. You can keep adding this plus, and you can keep going. And you just have to kind of scroll horizontally. So you'll get it's a pretty cool thing. So I want to just take a minute and show you kind of under the hood of the transformational school leadership model and the science of reading model. So here is the workspaces that have been created, and you'll see here that we have got, the little edit pen. So let's click on science of reading model and click on the edit pen. So this opens up the form that we use to create this model. So it's got a title, it's got its base model. When we're creating these, we should set them private, and then maybe select a group that we can give it access to. But I want to make this one public because I want everybody to see this. So here's the system prompt. The system prompt tells the AI what to do and how to behave. And this is the point of iteration. We're going to spend a lot of time as we build these, iterate here to guide its behavior. And we can make different versions and run them side by side, just like I just demonstrated. Down here is where we can add knowledge to it. We can select knowledge, or we can create knowledge repositories. And when we do that, we'll have them that we can select from. We also could just upload files right to this workspace and make it directly available to it. But if we wanted to have a knowledge repository that we would share amongst multiple workspaces, custom workspaces like this, then we would create a knowledge base and we would just pick it that way. So I'll hit save and update. So that's it. So that's what's behind the science of reading one. And then we go to the transformational school leaderships one. This built on the 4.0 model, and it's available public. And here's its prompt, and its knowledge base is this compendium of transformational school leadership materials that we've created. And I'll show you another video how to create the knowledge base, but it's pretty straightforward. Actually, I'll show you right now. So to do that, we would click on knowledge, and then available knowledge bases that this user has created. So we hit plus, give it a name, say if it's public or private, go to create our knowledge base, and then once we do that, we upload files to it. It's really very straightforward. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, notice up here where your name is, you can click on your name, particularly in the settings. You can click settings, and you can do some customization for your interface looks. So you can modify it. You have a lot of things you can do here. In personalization, you can manage the memory, so how it's recording its memory of what your interactions are with it, which is pretty powerful when you're talking to AI and give it some good background knowledge on stuff. And now next time you want to have a conversation with it, to have it understand all that background knowledge about your particular project. It's an environment for people to explore and learn AI, and we're here to help. So, and really, you can't break it. I mean, maybe it'll stop working a little bit, but worst case, after, it's a quick reset. So, and we're here to support that, so this is a safe place to explore AI. We can host it on your site. We can run it in our data center in Topeka, Kansas. So there is zero burden on your tech staff for this. If you have a desire to have it locally, that can be done. But we certainly are happy to host it for you. The data is yours, the box is yours, that hardware is yours, and what we're going to be able to support with that is 200 users on this box. Additional users, we may need to increase the hardware. We'll see how things go. We're not here to gouge anybody. We're here to understand the best, most effective way we can provide these services to schools. So you get your AI hardware, your physical server, AI loaded on it. You get a full year of support and service and all of the AI features and capabilities that need to go into that box. You also get access to our online learning platform for a full year. So your whole staff. So where we'll have monthly live sessions and lots of great collaboration. This is a professional learning community.